Hi, this video will demonstrate how to get to CourseCompass.com to do your homework for doing your online homework assignments. The first thing you want to do is open up a web browser, type in the URL. The easiest one to remember for me is www.coursecompass.com. You can get there a variety of different ways. I think My Lab Mastering or something similar, but this one works as well. Once you're in here, you're going to want to register if it's your first time in, which it should be the first time in. After you go through the registration process, you will use the sign in button up here once your account is created. So to first register, you want to click student, and it's going to ask you first thing for your course ID. Keep in mind that each course has a different ID. 98, 99, 1105, 1113, they all have different course IDs. So please check your sheet for your course ID. So in this tab, our next course ID, we enter our course ID. And I'm going to enter the one for Math 0098, but please keep in mind that if you're in a different class, yours will be different. All right, and once you enter that, you will look to the far right and it will say your course, Math 0098 or 1105, 99, 1113. You will see my name, Shannon Feeney, Minnesota West. If you already have an account, you've used this site before, you can reuse your username and password. If you don't, you will need to create one. You will have to come to this field and enter the information. So let's come up with a fake name, Fred Long. So Fred Long, if you're watching, this is meant to be fake. His password is just Fred Long 5566 and Fred Long 5566. All right. His first name is Fred, and we've been through this. His last name is Long. Oh, they're telling me this password does not work. Okay. FL 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. How about that? FL 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay. And Fred needs a security question. Well, it's going to drop down. What's your father's middle name? Of course, Fred's father's middle name is Fred. That's how he got his name. All right, he accepts the license agreement, and when he clicks create account, it will create an account. At this point, it will ask you to select an option. If you have an access code or a piece of very expensive cardboard that you bought from the bookstore, you will click access code. That is what you bought at the bookstore. If you open that up and tear off part, then there'll be an access code right there. So if you click that, you can see here that you'll have an access code and you would enter it right there. Obviously, I don't have one, so I'm not going to enter it. However, if you didn't buy one at the bookstore and want to buy it online, then you will click use credit card for PayPal. So here, let me use my credit card. Just kidding. Not going to give you guys my credit card number. All right, so let's thinking about it. Let's see what it's doing. Okay, and on this page, you can even use PayPal, whatever. You'd go through the information. Once you go through this step, you are then a registered user on CourseCompass.com or My Lab and Mastering or My Math Lab. They're all the same, or My Stat Lab as far as I know. All right, so let's go back to CourseCompass.com and pretend that you've gone through all of that. Then the next time you get on, you will want to just click here and sign in. Okay, so then you will just use your username, which a lot of times will be your email address, and your password. I can't remember my password. Okay, there we go. Not going to tell you what it is. All right, notice I'm an instructor and all my classes are appearing here, even my summer class. When you get to this point, you will see your class here. So I just went through the process for 0098, so 0098 appears here. But you'd go through the same process, your class will appear, and you can see the IDs. Okay, these are the different IDs for the different classes that I have. Then you click on that course, all right, and you want to pay close attention to the left-hand side. All right, the only thing you will not see is what it says down here as instructors, obviously. All right, to do homework, guess what? You're going to click the homework tab. And now a lot of homework may come up as past due because I haven't changed those dates, but here is your homework. You just click on one. We have videos available as well. Those are not required. That's why they say optional. You just click on one and you start doing the work. So here I am in homework 1. Let's do problem 4. You come in here and you enter your answers. Okay, 32 more than y. So that's going to be y plus 32. Great job. All right, so it gives you instant feedback. All right, so if we come back here, all right, if you need to get to your quizzes and tests, they will be under quizzes and tests. Okay. All right, and now notice that I have all the tests. The assigned tests from me will appear at the top, while the tests down below will be practice tests. Feel free to do these. Notice you can take them as many times as you want. However, I'll caution you that some of the material in these tests we will not be going over in class. So there may be questions that we have not gone over in class and material you do not need to know. But otherwise, these practice tests are very good practice. The tests that I will assign will appear at the top and will have a due date. Notice that all of these are past due. I have not updated those yet, but I will get to it. All right. And then other features you may want to notice here is I do not require a book. The reason being, if you click on ebook, you can bring up the book, and it's chapter by chapter. So if you're confused as to what chapter we're on, just let me know. For Math 098, we will cover chapters 1 through 5. But look at your syllabus to see what we'll be going over. Feel free to access any of these other things within here. Those are the main ones we'll do. To do homework, click homework. Quizzes and tests, we'll have your test. Grade book, we'll have your grades. Okay. I've got 1 out of 30. That's really great. These grades are not the grade in your class. These grades are the grades that you have in your homework, and I will come in and move the grade that you have here into D2L. So just so you know. And then the ebook, which you can access your book electronically. So if you have any questions or problems getting on, please just let me know.